changed the name from Organic Soul Hartford because I wanted to do something that was a little more inclusive with an open mic, because when you go to Organic Soul, the mic's not open. You have to be invited to be a performer there, and I love the event, but I wanted to do something that was closer to the roots of what me and Ross started numbers of years ago with TasteMakers, which was a networking collaborative when we worked with a lot of record companies, as an easy way to get jocks to come out, fill out the form, and get feedback and send the exact words they wrote down to the record company. So with the way we're flipping it now is, you as artists that may have a song out, you might perform tonight, or you might give DJs that are on radio stations your music tonight. Now we're putting the onus on you to follow up with the DJs and vice versa, whereas when I was working for a record company, we were getting paid. So cats like me, cats like Pete Higgins, and other cats doing street team or lifestyle marketing, the TasteMakers was an easier way to find those next cats. You know, because Clinton Sparks, when we were doing the one in Boston, I'm like, who's this guy begging me for records? I'm like, I don't know you, da-da-da. But he was persistent, he filled out the form. So every time I had an artist in Boston, guess whose house I went to bring the body to do the freestyles for his mixtapes. Whether it was Common or Cardinal Official, whoever it was, we stopped by his spot. Then we went to commercial radio. We went by the ERSs in Boston and the RBBs. In Rhode Island, we always try to take care of all the college stations down there, whether it was BRU, ELH, and there's a few more down there. I can't remember them all now. QRI. In Connecticut, you know, with the RTC, the ESUs, and ECS, and all the college stations over the years. I know I did shows at ESU. College radio has been the backbone of New England music for years. I know right now we have Hot 93, but before Hot 93 came in, you listen to Q, you listen to RTC, you listen to WVOF, you listen to all the college stations for your music. The jocks came from all over the country, and they played the music from wherever they were from. So you heard a lot of music that you normally wouldn't hear anywhere else. There wasn't no payola, there wasn't nobody bringing the strippers to the mixers meeting to get them to play the record. Oh, that little secret, I'm sorry. I'm letting it out, I don't care. So all those things happen to get cats to play records. So amongst the radio cats here, what does it take for people to get you to play a record?
What does it take?
Anybody? Yeah.
They have to be persistent. And has to be decent. Can't be whack, pretty much.
A lot of times for somebody to get a record clean, is you gotta be serious about your business. If you don't take yourself, if I believe you're taking yourself seriously, I'm not gonna take it seriously. If you're not persistent in doing it and handing it to me, if you're not gonna get back to me when I call you or email you, forget it, I'm not gonna play it.
That's minimally for me. I think persistence is just a basic thing. I think for me, for me to be interested in an artist, I have to be personally connected to an artist. Like say, you drop me a CD, I have to have like a conversation with you. I have to be drawn to you in some way because there's got to be something that separates an artist from everybody else out there. Because as a radio DJ, you get hit with tons and tons of music all the time from all different outlets, wherever you go. So in order for someone to take you seriously and want to listen to your music, they have to kind of have some type of bond, some type of, feeling about you, or see your live performance. I know for me, I go to a lot of live shows, and if I see an artist that is really, 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 I'm drawn to, I'll definitely go up to them and say, hey, listen, I'm a college radio DJ, or I work for Clear Channel, whatever. Let me get some of your music, I want to bring you on the show, I want to interview you, let's do this. And I've done that around the country, so it could be anywhere, anytime, but it has to be something that separates you from everybody else. If you just drop a CD in my lap, I probably won't listen to it.
So for y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Steph Bob, also known as DJ Big Steph, and I represent Nasty Mixx music group. And I currently have an internet radio station that reaches about 4.5 million listeners globally, and we play music in 28 different countries. I get a lot of people from military that especially listen, who are out serving for our country and want to know what's going on at home, what's new at home because they're away from there. So I try to make sure that the music is quality, so that when they go back home and they say, "Yo, I'm up on this," people won't look at them like, "Yo, you're corny."
Yeah.
Hey, that's not what's hot. You've been away too long. So I try to make sure the music's consistent, it's up to date. It's gotta give me something, like she said, a connection. Right now, I'm loving this record from Exhibit C. Exhibit C from J Electronica. I'm in love with that record. And a lot of times when I'm driving, that's where I really get to hear all the music. So the first thing I do is I get a lot of emails from various different sources. And what I do is I burn about 25 songs. And on my way to whatever I'm doing, I put it in the car. And then I mark the number of the song, the track I like, and I go back and say, "Oh, that's the song I like, that's the song." And then I follow up and do my homework.
Yeah.
So one thing about my station, if you get a chance to log on, nastinx.com, you'll notice that when you come on the page, there's a radio page, and the artist, the label, and their publishing company comes right up on the page. So for me, after I do my homework, I want to make sure you got all that stuff before I even play it. So if you don't have your label information correct on your CD, you don't have a publishing set up, I can't get you paid. Because my station reports everything back to the publishers. That's ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. And you can buy your stuff. If it's already represented on CD Baby or Amazon.com, my listeners can buy it. And whether waiting for me, whether I like it or not, there's a rating system already set up on that player. And the listener gets to check yes, thumbs up if they like it, or a thumbs down if they don't. And they can rate it also by how many stars. So every week I look at my tallies, how many people signed on, how many new artists, what was the result. And if it's got a good thumbs up, it stays on. If it's getting no response or thumbs down, it comes off. Simple as that. So make sure your stuff is correct, because when I go back and do my homework, and I try to put it up there so you can get paid, because everyone's getting paid, correct? You should be louder than that. Hell yeah. Because you ain't doing this for free. You get your stuff done. How many people got your publishing set up? Raise your hand. How many people know what a publisher does? How many people have your publishing through ASCAP? Raise your hand. BMI, EMI, CSAC. Talk to the people who got their stuff. They're getting paid, you're not. That's the difference from you getting paid and getting played. Because you go around the country and you're playing your music, it's just sitting there. Get paid. Get paid. Do your homework.
I think for our particular radio show, and like he said, our radio shows in Providence, Rhode Island, we're streaming worldwide as well. BSRlive.com, 88.1 FM in Providence. That's on Friday nights at 10 p.m. We focus on educating artists how to get to the next level. We interview a lot of people that have, a lot of songwriters, a lot of people that have made it in the industry and have already made their mark, to show younger, more hungry artists how to actually get there. So we bring a lot of people on, we ask them how they did it, we educate people on those exact things, publishing, copywriting, things like that, so that people can learn how to get paid for your art. Also, a good place to do that is if you do sign up with ASCAP and things like that, if you go to the workshops that they have, they offer workshops, they offer trainings, they have information online, you know, so if you go to those things, you get educated really quickly on how to make money off your music.
A lot of things, this brother right here, he's the toughest person to get music through, okay? So I would say I'm a little bit more mainstream than he is, but he's always ahead of the curve. So I always kind of check with him, yo, what you feeling? And he might say, no, that's kind of whack stuff.